Hello, dear students. I'm Lavanya Vaishnavi. So, we will take up the topic VLSI design. In this, we will study about MOS and BiCMOS circuit design process. So, in this, first we will be studying why do we need this stick diagram, what are these encoding techniques, and what is this lambda design rules. And finally, we will try to write a few examples, or we will try to write the stick diagram and layout. So in today's class, let me discuss about stick diagrams and encoding techniques. What is a stick diagram? Stick diagram may be used to convey the layer information. That is, you have majorly four different layers. One is N diffusion, P diffusion, polysilicon and metal. So till now, whatever we have studied, we know to write the circuit diagrams, right? We know to write the circuit diagrams. If they ask you or if they give you a Boolean expression, you will write the circuit diagram for that. Correct? So once you write the circuit diagram, now we have to fabricate that circuit diagram on a wafer. We have to fabricate that on a wafer. That is, you have to write the same circuit diagram that consists of NMOS and PMOS on the wafer. So how do you do that? First thing, we will convert the circuit diagram. The circuit diagrams are called schematics, right? So these schematics are converted into stick diagrams. They are converted into stick diagrams. Once they are converted into stick diagrams, you can easily extract the layout out of it. Okay, so from that you can write out how the layout looks like. So layout is written using different layers like N diffusion, P diffusion, poly and metal using the lambda rules, and layout is properly written using this lambda rules. Once you write the layout using the lambda rules, then using CAD tool, like it may be Cadence or any other tool, so using these tools you will extract the netlist and you will give the fabrication. So it's a long process. In this we are going to study up to the layout part. First we will try to write the schematic, that is circuit diagram using the given Boolean equation. The next step, we will write the stick diagram that conveys the layer information. From this, by analyzing what are lambda design rules, using lambda design rules we will write the layouts. Once we write the layouts, this layout is ready for the next step, for the further steps. And why do you need the stick diagram? It's a simple way to convey the layer information. That is the main advantage. And here one thing you have to make note, like wherever the polysilicon crosses the diffusion, the formation of transistor takes place. Like when do you say it is a transistor? The transistor is a cross of polysilicon and diffusion layer. Let us see how it is. First is encoding for simple metal NMOS process. So in this we have a simple metal NMOS process. I told you in the previous section also, like you will be having NMOS fabrication, CMOS fabrication and BiCMOS fabrication. Now we will study NMOS fabrication. Later we will go for CMOS and BiCMOS fabrication. In NMOS technique, you have only N type of diffusion, right? You will be having only N type of diffusion. Look at this. This is green, which is nothing but N diffusion. It is nothing but N diffusion. If you write a stick, that is a thick stick in green color, then you call it as N diffusion layer. Okay. So let me take the green color itself. And if I write like this, okay, so this is your N diffusion layer. Okay. Next, if we are writing the layout, we draw a rectangular box in which you will write the /, densely packed /. Okay. So then this is N diffusion layer. Okay. Now, why do you require these patterns here? These patterns are required when you write the structures using monochrome colors. For example, in the examinations, you won't be allowed to use all your color pens. You have to use only black ink. Then, if you write the structures like this, just an empty box. So what layer it is? It may be P layer, it may be N diffusion, it may be metal 1, metal 2, it may be anything. So we pattern them inside, like we give some structures inside. So this is N diffusion. This is N diffusion. Similarly, you have the polysilicon, which is red in color, and a red stick represents polysilicon. For polysilicon, you write the rectangular structure. Within that, you write backward slash. Now, for diffusion, you have F, D-I-F-F, diffusion. So, F indicates forward slash. Just remember this. A hint to remember what are these slashes and designs. Next is metal 1. In metal 1, we use the color blue. If you write the sticks of blue color, it indicates it is metal 1. So, in layout, what you are going to do? You write the rectangular box, and in the rectangular box, you will fill by vertical lines. It is metal 1. If you want to connect any two layers, like if you are connecting metal and polysilicon or metal and diffusion, then you will make use of black dot, which represents a contact cut. So, in the mask layout, you represent the same contact cut using a square which is filled with black in color. Okay, and the last one is overglass. So, you don't have any stick diagram for this. Only thing is you have a layout which is a black rectangle with halo inside. Next is implant. Why do you need this implant? To represent the depletion MOSFET, right? To represent the depletion MOSFET, we require this implant. So, how does the implant look like in stick diagram? It is a yellow box in stick diagram, and it is a yellow box in layout also, right? Next is buried contact. What is this buried contact? We will discuss later. Now, buried contact is also a contact. If you are making buried contacts, you will use brown dots or a brown box with X inside in mask layouts. Okay. Now, encoding details. Now, so in this, first let us see the stick diagram. So you have poly, this is poly, and the vertical one, green one, is diffusion. Whenever poly and diffusion crosses, it becomes a transistor. So this is a representation of transistor in stick diagram. Okay. The same thing if you write it in an inverted way. So you have horizontal diffusion, vertical poly. Even this is also a transistor. Now, the same thing if you are writing in a mask, that is layout. So, symbol it is nowhere used for you, so I will not discuss much on it. Okay. So, coming to the mask, to the layout. So, in the layout, so where is this? Look at this. So, in the layout, I will take a green layer. What is this green? Green is N diffusion. On this N diffusion, I will plot P, that is polysilicon. Now, this is the structure of MOSFET. What MOSFET? It is NMOS. Now, in this, which are the different layers or different Now, in this, which are the different terminals? So, because this is poly, this is gate, and this is gate. These two are gate. Either you can connect here at this point, or you can connect at this point. So, both are gate. Now, this can be source and this can be drain, or you can interchange it. This can be drain and this can be source. Both are correct. Okay. So, the distance separation between source and drain is called channel length. Now, this is your channel length. Channel width is from gate to gate. This thickness is called channel width. You have to remember this. This is the channel length and this is the channel width. Understood? Suppose you have the same structure like this. So, I will take one more structure like this. Suppose you have one more structure like this. In this structure, this can be source, this can be drain. And now which is the channel width here? Channel width is this one, W. Channel length, this is the channel length, right? The separation between source and drain is channel length. Okay. So this is also one more structure where you have a thickened diffusion and a thin poly here. Now this will be the width of the channel and this is the length of the channel. Okay. So this is how you differentiate between channel length and channel width. Now coming back, the same thing. So here it is shown that, so this is, the red one is polysilicon, green is diffusion. On this, if you just draw implant, this yellow box, implant, then it becomes depletion mode transistor. So this is the depletion mode transistor because you have the implant drawn on it. Okay. So even for the stick diagram, you have an implant drawn on it. Therefore, these two are depletion mode transistor. Okay. Next is encoding for double metal CMOS process. In double metal CMOS process, as the name indicates, you have two factors to recognize here. One is the double metal and also the CMOS process. That is, you have a second layer of metal. And this is not NMOS, you have CMOS. That is, you have NMOS and also PMOS. Therefore, it is CMOS process. So, whatever the previous structures we have learned here, that remains the same. That is, you will be having all the structures like N diffusion, polysilicon, metals will be the same. Here you have a few more addition to that. One is P diffusion, which is yellow in color. Now this P diffusion can be written in layout as a rectangular box with forward slashes. Now look at the slash. If I write a rectangular box with forward slashes like this, which is densely packed, it means it is a N diffusion. If it is loosely packed, then it is P diffusion. Okay. So if it is densely packed, it is N diffusion. If it is loosely packed, this is P diffusion. So P diffusion always lies inside P plus mask. Therefore, we draw P plus mask, which is yellow in color. If you draw the same yellow box on the channel, then it becomes implant. Don't confuse between that. Next is metal 2. Metal 2, you can use two colors. One is dark purple you can use or purple you can use. Okay. So how do you pattern it? Like how do you differentiate it? By writing a rectangle with horizontal lines filled. Okay. This is the representation of metal 2. Next is via. Via is something, or it is a contact cut that is made between metal 2 and metal 1. If you want to interconnect metal 1 and metal 2, then you will make use of via. Okay. So this is the black dot which is called as via in stick diagram, and a square with window, like window sign in it, will give you a via in layout. Okay. Next is demarcation line. So this demarcation line is a dotted line like this. Okay. Broken line. It's a broken line like this. If you write any transistor above the demarcation line, this will be PMOS. If you write any transistor below the demarcation line, it is termed as NMOS. Okay. So look at this. Instead of demarcation line, you have a P well here. So this is the P well in which N transistor lie. So this will be written on N transistor. Like this, you will be writing it on N transistor. Next, connection between VDD or VSS. So you have a black X mark that can be drawn on VDD or VSS, or these are the contacts that are designed for VDD and VSS that you have to place on the given material. So to connect VSS, you have to make use of P-type material. To connect VDD, you have to make use of N-type material. N-type material. This you have to make now. And coming to the encoding techniques, you will follow the same encoding techniques here. So again, if you are using NMOS enhancement mode transistor, the same thing. Only thing is you will be writing demarcation line above. If you are writing PMOS, you will write the demarcation line below. Okay, so look at this PMOS. PMOS will be PMOS transistor. You will be having P plus mask on it. Okay, and this is the NMOS. So it is usual as before. Next, additional layers. If you have few more additional layer, what might be the few additional layers here? The first one is polysilicon 2. So I told you, like, if you have metal 1 and metal 2. Similarly, you may also have polysilicon 2 for any other interconnections. So polysilicon 2 will be represented as orange sticks, and the same thing we follow here. So for polysilicon 1, you have a rectangle filled with backward slash. If it is densely packed, we call it as poly 1. This is poly 1. Now this is poly 2 because it is loosely packed. That's all. Next is bipolar NPN transistor. In bipolar NPN transistor, you don't have any special encoding except you write it as a stick diagram here, and only thing you will be showing the arrows. If it is NPN, it will be moving away. It is PNP, it will be moving inwards. You don't have any layout for special layout here. Okay, so buried collector, you have seen this buried collector in the previous class. The buried collector looks like this. Okay, and this is about the encoding layers with additional layers. Only thing is here you have changed poly to poly 2. Polysilicon 1 has been replaced with polysilicon 2. So this is NMOS transistor and this is PMOS transistor. So you have orange sticks instead of red sticks. Okay, so this is about BJT, that is NPN, and here also you will be having NPN. Okay, so I'll show you if you want to mark it as. So in this, if you want to show the implant, what you are going to do, you are marking a yellow layer on this. So if you want to show the implant, you will show the implant like this. Okay, so even on this, implant is shown like this. So this is PMOS transistor, where you have this is P diffusion. On that you will place polysilicon. Okay, on that you will be placing polysilicon. If the polysilicon is the second layer, then you change the color to orange. You have to change the color to orange. And if it is a depletion type transistor, then you will place the implant like this. Okay, so this is about the basic concepts of your layout writing. Thank you everyone. If you have any doubts, you can write me back to my mail ID. Please like the video, share with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.